Welcome back to another battle, everybody. Today we're playing Progressive Capitals on the Canada Advanced map. We're playing as the green player out of the second position, and I've got a pretty decent start in the middle of the board here with this +3 that may actually give me good access, not just to the Saskatchewan bonus here and this +4, but also Manitoba here, a 2-territory hold there that black does not cap on. So that looks pretty good for me. I don't think any other spot on the board is going to be very appealing. Black playing for both Alaska and Yukon with that maneuver there. We're going to cap right here. This should hopefully deter white from capping directly next to me. Otherwise, he runs the risk of getting rolled by me, or even rolled by black for that matter. I don't anticipate black taking this bonus right here. I think he'll probably just play for the left-hand side. So let's keep our eyes peeled for where our opponents go. Our settings for the game here are going to be Capital Conquest on Canada. Advanced auto setup, 60-second turn timer, progressive cards, balanced plus dice, no rank restrictions, alliances, and portals are off, fog and blizzards are on. We got automated inactivity behavior on today's game. And again, we're playing as a green player out of the second position. I love this map very, very much. This is one of my favorite maps in Risk. I don't really know why. I think it's just the ultimate testament of being diplomatic with your opponents. And what I mean by that is oftentimes on this map, if two players quarrel early, what will end up happening is the opponents will be able to so easily take their bonuses wherever they are and expand that those two players will just self-destruct. And this is not my first attempt at this, and that is because somebody picked a fight with me in a game where I had no business even, I wasn't even trying to bother them, and they just went full send into me, and we got collectively 5th and 6th in the game on this map. So I think you have to be very, very careful about the aggression that you pull off with your opponents, because if you are not careful, you're potentially going to have a bad time. Now, this is really an interesting development, what has just occurred, and what I mean by that is not only does white not cap directly next to me, white actually caps right near orange. White does not know orange is capped here. I'm actually the only player that knows orange is capped here. Blue picks probably the worst cap spot on the entire board. I guess it's contained within the bonus that he's in, but that is an unbelievably awful capital spot back here in Alaska. He must not know that black is there. I'm going to go for double bonus here on this first turn. It may be greedy, but I got quite a bit of black down here. I can imagine black knows where I am capped. And we don't lose any troops on those initial rolls, so I will roll this too. We'll take the double bonus right away. And we've got a nice strong 8 cap there. I'm going to not hit black. And we'll see if black picks a fight with me. I'm gonna opt to not hit him in the hopes that he continues playing for his side of the board. Now, the red player has botted out here already. We don't know where their capital has gone. It goes up this way. Again, orange and white on the right-hand side. We actually have vision on every capital on the board. We are the only player with that vision as well, because we know that orange, red must be in here then, most likely. We know that the orange player does not have vision on blue. I'm the only player with vision on orange's capital, so we have vision on everybody but the red player, obviously. So that is quite nice. Now, orange, you see, a big Juanpa Mar here from Chile. Big Among Us fan. Has the Among Us border, the Among Us character, and the Among Us troop. I wonder if they like Among Us, guys. I wonder if they like Among Us. So he knows white is capped here. I actually think he's going to bait white, right? He intentionally, this was a smart play by orange. He intentionally does not attack off of his capital. Ooh, don't fortify. I don't like the fortifying off the cap, though. I was going to say intentionally doesn't attack off the capital to not show white, rather, that he's there. Now, red's a bot. Blue is in just an awful, awful position back there. So the question becomes whether or not black decides to break me. Otherwise, we're going to get double +4. We got 16 territories right now. If red is up here on a cap spot in the Northwest Territory bonus, it might be worthwhile trying to snuff them out. I also wonder if the white player is aware of the orange player's presence over here, or if white tries to early aggress. He hits orange there. Like, does he hit my 3 here? He almost certainly loses his cap if these troops don't come back to capital. And there's no point leaving anything. Yeah, I don't get that play. I don't know what this 4 is even intending to do. All right, it's on to blue's turn now. But, yeah, Canada advanced. Certainly an interesting one. And you know who else is interesting is recent subscriber to the channel, Dawood Farah. Shout out to you, Dawood, for subscribing. If you guys want to shout out, like Dawood in an upcoming video, all you got to do is subscribe. Make sure your public subscription's on. Let's see if black lost their cap here. They did not. So blue may very well have just failed that roll because they hit me right away, right? I'm in North Slope. That's up top. They may have hit white, and maybe they already had Yakutat, but they also may have tried to roll black. Is black going to come break me here? All right. Black with blue at his back decides to completely break me there. That is obnoxious. And this is exactly what I said. Starting a war with a player, especially I'm after him in the turn order. Trying to get myself some extra troops here. I'm not going to go any weaker than that. But I might as well knock him down some territory. I don't understand that play by black. As you know, you just saw blue come back behind you with an absolutely gargantuan stack of troops. Nice, that hits black too. And your response off of that play is to aggress a player that had no radar on you. Orange is getting 11. Orange could take Greenland here on this next turn. White did not break there. Or they just take the white cap, right? They took a troop off here. I think they had a 4 here. So this would be a 5, 11, 16 on 7. They may very well roll white's cap right away here. Or they play chill. I'm not sure. But that aggression by black, I really don't understand it. Because where do you think he didn't put any of those troops on cap, right? He dumped 10 troops. He put 1 troop on cap, dumped 10 here. You've got blue at your back and a better bonus than you're in. You're in. Oh, look, he's got the Among Us troop, the Among Us dice, the Among Us border, and the Among Us character. It's just very funny to me. Big Among Us fan here. I do like the Among Us emotes. Some of those are fun. Blue is still playing the game too. We'll see if blue got broken. He may not even have taken the whole bonus, right? So, but that play by black, like you saw that a 13 stack sit next to you when you had a 5 cap here, and your response is, all right, I'm going to dump 10 troops on the other side of the board, and I'm going to absolutely screw up. I'm going to screw up Green's game. Which, mind you, like I don't understand the play, but I'm not inherently bothered by it. I get trying to disrupt your opponents. I just don't agree with the lack of safety and also making an enemy early. Like my mindset is if you make an enemy on in the first 3 turns, if you make an enemy, you better be fully prepared to eliminate that enemy from the game. And if you're not prepared to do that, you're going to have a hard time. And unfortunately, black is making an enemy with a player who positionally is not that close to them, right? I'm half the board away. White is botted. Blue doesn't have the bonus here, but he's going to take it. And the more territories I can pick up, the better it is for me. I anticipate black re-breaking me here, but that's part of the reason why I'm trying to take additional territories on other parts of the board, so that I can thwart him. Now, part of this is probably contingent on blue breaking him here, and I'm not fully confident that that's going to happen. But if it does, it would be very funny. Blue's hitting something here. He just hit 4 territories. And I don't see what he's attacking, so presumably that's over by black. Black's only getting 8. So black very well may reaggress me here. Yep, that's exactly what he's going to do. I don't understand this at all. Why? I really hope, because he's not hitting blue. Why? Insane debate. They're not even from the same country, man. But, like, I just need to keep him down below the number of territories and hope that blue gets to a point where he wants to aggress black. No, I'm hitting this, man. If he comes off capital to come hit me, he comes off capital to come hit me. He may roll a 9 on 5. I don't love that for him. Red has 15 or more territories. Hopefully this rolls down into black first. It does. And then up. Oh, it actually hits white down here. Weird. So black still has this here that he can come break me with. But ideally blue hits him on this next turn. That's my hope. But it's the other thing. You're letting orange get stronger too. I'm just very confused by what black's goal is, right? Because at the end of the day, he is pissing away all of these troops. He's not defending much of anything up here. I mean, that was all 8 troops that he just had on that turn. Right, he generated 8 troops. He dumped them all over here. White is seemingly back. So we'll see what happens with that. It's red. I would try to get as much of the bot out of here as possible. I would hit down into me and then into red. Get as much of the troopage up here as you can. But yeah, this is now 2 consecutive games where I've had a player in the first position when I'm later in the turn order randomly aggress me. Now, the first game, the player didn't have a bonus and just kept stacking on me over and over again. And I wasn't even capped right up in his business. So that one made no sense. This one at least makes like some sense that he's just trying to stop me from holding double bonuses. But all he's doing is putting himself on my radar. Okay, white finally discovers this capital here. This is going to hit my 2 over here, though, which is a little bit unfortunate. I did start last turn with 6, right? I did start with 6 troops. I'm probably going to get hit by this 9 here, though, twice. So maybe we start with 7 because of how much I took, but more than likely not. I think we're going to get hit considerably by black unless blue does something to help us. And blue knows black is capped over here, and black does not have it. I mean, he can't have much strength on capital at all. And orange would be absolutely foolish to let white hold this bonus here. He doesn't end up hitting blue in that spot. Blue is still only getting 6. So I guess black is breaking over here, and I'm just not seeing it. The difference is that he keeps opening up my cap, but he's not going to do the same for blue over there. Or at least he shouldn't. He should hit the Yakutat every single time. But maybe blue just gets so frustrated with this guy that he eventually just busts in here. All it takes is blue breaking black. He still has not done it. I could see him coming off cap and trying to come roll mine. Which, mind you, would absolutely feed his own capital to blue. He doesn't break me. All right, finally. Now, mind you, I don't have any appreciation for this player at this stage of the game. So because he doesn't hit me on that turn, I'm now going to take this opportunity to take as much material elsewhere as I can. I hope he had that, honestly. No, we don't win that. That's okay. He aggressed me one too many times where now at this point I'm not going to let him hold another bonus. That doesn't make any sense for me to do. That 9 stacking there could be very funny, though. If he does not have enough troops defending, this could break. It does break. It breaks black. Trades early and breaks black. I love that so much. I just love it so much because this is the problem. Is like I said, if you don't flush a player out in the first 3 turns, or not in the first, if you aggress a player in the first 3 turns and you don't continue full sending that player, you're gonna get bit. And black, yeah, I mean, he misused his troops and then he let me hold. It's like, I don't forget. You guys know me. I don't let this kind of stuff slide. I don't forget what people do to me. I don't feel compelled to, black doesn't aggress me for a turn. Like suddenly I've forgotten that you hit me on turns 2 and 3. Seemingly for no reason, right? It may be to slow me down, but now I've got so much material over here. I know you just got broken. You're only going to get 5 or 6 troops on this next turn. You're not looking too good anymore, black. With blue at your back, I mean, I think he hit blue again. So I don't think blue has this bone. Or actually, I don't know. He went for this whole thing, too. If he didn't break blue, then blue's just going to go into you anyway. And if he did break blue, then you've irritated both me and blue. So there's really no, like, winning that scenario, I don't think, for this player. Now, I'm a bit confused here. If white knew what was good for him here, he'd actually, if there's no guard on Gander, I think you've got to break Gander and Kakata here in Greenland and Newfoundland and Labrador bonuses, because I don't understand why orange actually hasn't aggressed white yet. Neighboring here and with as many troops as orange has been getting each turn, it doesn't feel very smart. Now, it does look like blue has been broken again by black, and then black took the bonus here, which must have left him relatively undefended next to the capital. And it looks like blue's going to try to undercut him as well, which I totally understand. I think this is a perfectly fine play. Might as well hit him as much as you can because he's causing you problems. Or he just stops here, right? Force black to use his trade in early or something and hit your bonus. There's a chance I hold. Yeah, so black sets. He's probably going to target blue here. Or he comes across and hits me. Hey, just straight targets me. Absolutely brainless play by the black player here. And he doesn't know that I've taken Ontario. Every play this player has made this game has been the wrong play. Every play this guy has made. I'm not going to hit white. I'm not going to hit orange. I'll hit blue here. Why not? At least roll it away. I don't trade, though. There's no sense in trading here. I don't get anything out of a trade at this stage of the game. That 3 might break me. That's fine. I'm not expecting to hold the entire middle. My intention here is to keep black as small as possible. I've got to keep my cap somewhat protected because I don't want to run the risk of orange especially being a threat to me. Now, orange may roll the white cap here. I don't know how many troops he's got to be able to do that. And orange is going to have a pretty good guard on the right-hand side. Now, I don't think orange is defending his own capital very well, which likely means that, his potentially extended 2-point hold over Greenland and then his own bonus, 3-point hold over his own bonus is probably pretty hefty with the number of troops that are sitting there. He did just take the white capital. Okay. Unless it was the red cap, I suppose. Now, we know he doesn't have the kill on white. Oh, no, he must have taken the red cap must be somewhere up top. He took the red capital. White's still getting 6 troops, but he does break white there. So that might cause a retaliatory play by white. Now, white missed out on a card because of the turn that they accidentally bought it out. I'm hoping that blue on this next turn does, in fact, break black, maybe even with an early trade-in. Black would, again, be foolish to retaliate into me. But, do what you're going to do, black. I don't understand the repeated aggression, but at the same time, You know, you got to do what you got to do. White just retakes, probably sits back on capital after this. And I don't really think he's in a spot to pick up additional territories. So I'm confused. Like, leaving the troops off cap here, I would get that 9 on cap, man. Especially because you're behind in the turn order in terms of trade-ins. You know, orange can get to 3 cards when you're on 5. There's a chance he sets on 3 and then rolls your capital. Especially with how many troops we know orange is going to get on this next turn. Now, this was my hope, right? Blue goes up. It breaks me. Blue breaks me. Why would you break me? I am not your problem, Blue. He's probably not even going to break black here. I don't understand that hit there. Maybe he's looking for additional black territories, but I guess it's better because this means black comes off this position and doesn't do anything with it. I think black is going to beeline for me again anyway, but maybe he hits blue first. He does not. All right, we get 23 troops here. We're going to trade these bad boys, and I'm going... Oh, I'm actually going to remove this over here. And then this is going to go... All right, not worth it. Open up blue's cap to black so that he can retaliate into that player. I think that was the right play. I'm going to get broken by the red bot here, but I don't think that that's a problem. We open up blue into black to show black that it is not in your best interest to pick fights with 2 separate players. You picked fights with 2 separate players, you're putting yourself in a bad spot. Now, red did hold this bonus up here, the +7. Lost its capital, but held the +7. So that's not great. Although we should have decent lines on the kill. I don't know what players are on Oregon, what players are on Wyoming. Maine over here, I don't think I ever had vision on. Maybe I did. I imagine black's presence is pretty limited at this stage of the game, though. But yeah, he left 11 troops off cap because he's focusing too much on defending his +3 bonus. And he spent so much of the early game irritating me. I love these retribution games, man. Obviously, orange is playing pretty aggressively here. May even break me. He doesn't know where all of white is, though. So, although it's probably fine. Oh, he just took white's cap. Okay. Oh, he loses a bunch there. Do I have a trade on 3? Orange just lost a lot of material. Oh, I think orange blundered there. I think now may be the time to hit orange. I think he just lost way too many troops hitting white. If white has a trade in here. I don't know what's... I've got pathing off the 29. I got to be able to hit this with a 2. He does not set. He is still here as a human player. Does he take a cap back? He does, but that's very weak. Presumably very, very weak. If he gets too greedy here with whatever stack he had placed off cap in here. All right, we got a 2 here. I got to be able to hit this 2. There's a chance blue kills black right now. I tried to tee blue up with the elimination. And I've got the 29 here to be able to poach anything that's up in this top corner. Don't close your cap off, bro. I intentionally gave you that position so you didn't have to close your capital off. Like it was supposed to be boom, boom, but he's going to close his cap off. Wow, an absolutely befuddling play by blue. Probably hit black here. I guess he doesn't want to be agitated or something. Don't have a trade in. This actually doesn't even inherently break me. That doesn't bother me at all. All right, let's see if we can eliminate white. We get 22 troops. That's probably not enough, honestly. All right, it looks like orange cut through there. was enough. Okay. I'll be able to hold both of these caps over here. I'm going to break orange as much as I can. That double trades me. I didn't even realize. Take this trade in, increase my chances. 31 there's fine. Let's go 14, sure. He probably has this cap defended. Yes, he does. Nah, alright. I didn't get it back to this, but I'm on 3 cards. I wanted to break red here, but it looks like that must have been a mistake. Because now it's going to open itself into me. Hopefully it attacks the 5-on-3 first. Because I've sufficiently irritated orange and I don't have a set on 3. Because this will probably move that 15. Oh, the 4 is going to break me. Okay. We get white out of the game on 5 cards. That was a good play. And I managed to hold most of these bonuses. I wanted to get the 7 back to cap. Now orange could trade on 3 here. That would be pretty devastating. He does set on 3. This cap is a decent cap as well. Don't think he can roll both capitals though. And I'm gonna, the ideal thing here is just let black and blue be their own problems over there. That was kind of my hope. I don't actually see where orange has placed these troops at all. Puts 10 here. I mean, he just got 30-something troops. And red set again. It seems he's going for blue. Or the undercut break of me. This won't win him a capital, though. Does he fly directly across? Drastic mismanagement of troops here by orange, which is just going to be a benefit to me. I don't even think that 22 is going to get... It does get back to capital. Okay, barely. Blue is now getting 9. A trade-in from blue would probably get the kill on black. If I start with enough troops here, I should be able to eliminate black. Have to hit through the 7 here. Yeah, blue's targeting me. I get why blue's targeting me. His whole game has been confusing, though, because I don't really understand his goal. If black does not trade here, I think I can probably eliminate black with how many troops I'm going to hold. I just got to skirt around the red bot to do it. And if he's leaving enough off of cap, 54, or do I go cut over the top? Maybe that's the better play here. Cutting over the top was not the better play. Let's see what we get. All right, that's another double trade. Blue is on 4. Blue is on 4. I'm obviously not going to let him hold the bonus. I should be able to eliminate these both these players. Regular trade-in as well. 90? Ooh, I might be able to eliminate him. Let's go 20 here. This much here. Come on. Nice. Yikes. 88% roll. We failed it. Fortunately, I have a trade on 3, so that was an 88% roll, and we failed it. I had just about double. I actually got bad dice on the roll before that. A couple of the rolls before that, right? No, just the one. We almost had blue. Orange could actually steal this kill, but I don't think he's generating enough troops per turn. So I'm not super worried about it. He does have pathing off the 33 over here. He probably did not see that fortify, though. And he's not on a trade. So that's why I was less worried. I was more worried about the player who had shown that he was going to hit my territories on the previous turn. And also the player that has a trade in, right? So if Orange wants to aggress me here, whatever. You know, you break one of my things. Fortunately, I have a trade on 3. But the trades were getting high, so I thought I don't want to risk blue having a bunch of extra troops, right? He'll get 10 here. He'll get the 45 trade, so I have a max of 55 on this. If he gets overly aggressive, rolls the red cap, etc., you know, it is what it is. And weirdly, I think Orange thinks I rolled the cap, and he's searching for blue. But what he doesn't realize is that the cap was the only thing I hadn't hit. And obviously failed the roll. I think it was worth the 88% risk because of the fact that I would have instant traded off of it. If he doesn't set here, he perishes anyway. It's a shame that the red player quit. The bot just got too strong to deal with, and with black being a nuisance, white being worth the kill. The goal here, I think, is just let blue... I mean, nobody's on a set, so hopefully blue just gets overzealous here with his revenge play. And loses a bunch of troops. I mean, his speed is not... This map is one of the largest maps in the game, and so speed matters. I think it's like 4th or 5th largest now with the addition of that Waterloo map. It is 93 territories, I believe, default. Blue actually plays reserved there. Doesn't break the bot either. So that's an interesting play. If he's going to do that... If that's how he's going to play this, I'm going to make sure to break the bot in every spot. Let's get some troops on this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to knock Orange out of every other position on the board that I can. So... And the reasoning for this is just to try to take as much board as possible. I know neither of these players are on a trade-in, so it's in my best interest to just take as much board as I can, right? Because if Orange uses this 36 and tries to get overly aggressive, you know, neither of them is going to be able to kill red. See, that is bad. The one downside to this was red opening itself up to blue instead of taking the bonus. I thought for sure it would not open itself up to blue, but that's exactly what it did. Now, it is still worth quite a bit of material. So there's a very real possibility blue paths this incorrectly, trying to eliminate red. But he's going to have 60 troops up there to take out what is likely 30. But I believe it's got some degree of pathing up top. I don't think Orange has pathing into it. I will have a trade-in. I don't set in off of red, but I don't want the opponents getting it at this point. So hopefully blue does not get it. And it looks like orange. Orange is hitting red up here, though. It's not great. Trying my best not to fumble this one. But the more of red orange hits, the worse it is for me, because it makes it easier to kill for blue. Blue will trade in off of this as well. So he's got, what, 60 troops, I believe. That last fortify would have been 50. He's got 55 troops on cap up here. And I don't know. With his speed, he probably doesn't get the elimination. 47. He's not going to hit the 3 here. He doesn't leave himself good. Man, he's going to come break me. Don't make yourself a target, man. This is not what you want. I'm on 4 cards. And he's making himself a target. This is not a good play by blue. He absolutely should have gone for the red kill. Instead, what he's doing is he's making himself so easy to eliminate. And well, he's not on cap, so I may as well trade in. I don't trade in off of red, though. Let's see what I can do here. I don't trade in off of either of them, now that I think about it. I do trade in off of both of them, though. Nope. I need to position myself to attempt to... I gotta kill him. I had to kill him. And I'm off of nearly every cap here, because if Orange is fast enough with a trade-in, he probably wins the game. I tried to be diplomatic there and take out the red bot first, and give blue the better placement, but I don't think that was the right play in hindsight. And I get caught off cap with the red bot very, very weak. If Orange has a trade-in, he can get over here and absolutely kill red and set in off of it and win the game. Just hoping he's not fast enough. I was trying to be nice. Apologies for drinking. It's blackberry Dr. Pepper. I've never had it before. It's pretty good. Unfortunately, Orange is going super slow. So he can come have this cap and I'll just kill red and win. That is fine by me. He will almost certainly roll this. Yeah, he does. That is fine. Because now what he's done is given me... tries to hit red. 38 could wrap around, but he's not going to have enough juice to do it. Good game to you, Orange. Oh, he just sat in front of me in the middle of the board. I'm not sure why he did that. But, alright. Good game. And let's clean this bad boy up. I tried to give blue the better placement, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to risk a player having a trade on 3. Take red out. That'll set me in as well. And this should be a nice clean victory over the orange player. Shout out to Orange getting that second place finish. Black player aggressed early and had no means of backing it up. And Orange got some horrible dice. I'm just doing the world dom for fun. Orange got horrible dice on the white player and fed that one to me. And that is a win on my favorite map, everybody. I will take it. I cannot complain. I can complain a little bit because Black was being a goober. But solid win. Sub 40-minute win on a very large map. Our opponents, Black was a master. I don't believe that for a second. I'm going to be honest. Beginners on all of the other players that played, and the red player who bought it out very, very early was a novice. Had a solid cap spot, too. I like that Thule cap up there in Greenland normally. Yeah, Black player, man, don't pick fights with 2 different people. He picked fights with blue and myself early, and it bit him in the tuchus. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. We'll be back with Tier List Tuesday, or not Tier List Tuesday. It's Thursday. We'll be back with Felon Friday tomorrow, so stay tuned for that one. As always, everybody, I have been C-Money. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a tremendous rest of your day. Peace.